what's up everyone? My name is Feather and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be showing you the biggest difference between these two incredible iPhones and which one is a better choice for you. So let's get to the point. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and if you subscribe, that would be awesome. The iPhone 12 is the first iPhone in several years that feels like something new, but it also brings back one of the most successful and acclaimed designs in the history of the iPhone, and it ditches the rounded edges for a more minimalistic, flat and simpler look. On the other hand, we have the iPhone XR, a very reliable and budget-friendly powerhouse with an incredible battery life. Both iPhones feature a 6.1-inch display. The iPhone 12 has an incredible OLED display, while the iPhone XR has a regular LCD. The iPhone 12 sports a new design with flat sides on the aerospace-grade aluminum frame, which gives the iPhone an impressive premium look and feel. The iPhone 12 is a little trimmer with a few millimeters shaved off all around. Honestly, makes a huge difference, and I'm seriously impressed by the fact that such a small change can make such a big difference. The iPhone 12 feels great. It feels light in hand. This is because the iPhone 12 weighs 164 grams, which is 30 grams lighter than the iPhone XR. And it's not a lot, but you can definitely feel the difference swapping from one phone to the other. On the back also comes a big change, which is the camera module. The iPhone XR comes with a single camera configuration, while the iPhone 12 comes with a dual camera module. The Apple logo was changed to the center of the device since the iPhone 11, and I personally like it much better that way. The iPhone 12 also sports what Apple calls a ceramic shield front cover, which is claimed to give it up to 4 times drop protection and makes the display less prone to cracking and smashing than the iPhone XR. So I'm gonna give this one to the iPhone 12 because even though the iPhone XR is one of my favorite iPhones ever, with a few tweaks, Apple managed to change the iPhone experience so much, and they certainly improved it. The iPhone 12 has the A14 Bionic chip that is 2 generations newer than the A12 Bionic chip inside the iPhone XR, which translates into 40% CPU improvements and a 30% boost for graphics. The neural engine is also improved, capable of delivering 11 trillion operations per second compared to 5 trillion of the A12. That's an 83% increase. I honestly don't know what you can do with that much power. Both iPhones are incredible. If you're just using your iPhone to surf the web or checking social media or message your friends and basic stuff, you're not gonna notice any difference at all between these two iPhones. But the faster A14 Bionic chip does allow for the incredible photography features on the iPhone 12. And if you're an avid gamer, of course, this will also make a big difference for you, especially on newer games. And of course, I'm gonna give this one to the iPhone 12. Now, don't get me wrong, the iPhone XR is still very powerful and very capable of doing pretty much anything you want to do with it, but the iPhone 12 is massively powerful. Seriously, you have no idea how much power this thing has. And of course, there's a big difference in certain tasks between these two iPhones, but on the basic stuff, it is essentially the same. Although I do believe that we will see a bigger difference long term, because I think that the iPhone 12 is gonna keep being fast, and I mean fast, for at least 4 to 5 years. That's great. The reason why the iPhone XR has bigger bezels around its screen is because the iPhone XR has an LCD display, while the iPhone 12 has an OLED display. The switch to the new OLED display on the iPhone 12 is immediately noticeable. You are greeted with a clean and clear picture that boosts impressive depth and realism. And even though the iPhone XR has the most advanced LCD on a smartphone ever, the OLED display is something that the LCD just cannot match. The extra brightness and punch the OLED screen delivers becomes even more obvious when you place it next to the iPhone XR's LCD display too. Even though the iPhone XR's display has been heavily criticized, I never noticed anything wrong with it. But now that I've been using the iPhone 12 on a daily basis and I go back to the iPhone XR, oh my god, there is a big difference. Only the iPhone 12 display offers HDR with a max brightness of 1200 nits, while the iPhone XR offers a standard 625 nits of max brightness. But again, if you have never owned an OLED iPhone, you will never ever notice anything wrong with the iPhone XR display. But that said, if you value how things look on your phone, then the better screen is a good reason to choose the iPhone 12 over the XR. So again, of course, I'm gonna give this one to the iPhone 12 because the screen is far superior than the iPhone XRs. If photography is important to you, then the fact that the iPhone 12 has two incredible cameras over the iPhone XR single lens camera may well justify the extra cost for you. The iPhone XR has one 12 megapixel camera with a wide angle f1.8 aperture and 5 times digital zoom, while the iPhone 12 has dual 12 megapixel cameras, ultra wide f2.4 aperture and wide f1.6 aperture, with 2 times optical zoom. The iPhone 12 also offers the mind-blowing night mode and deep fusion, which are not available on the XR. Also, smart HDR3 and brighter True Tone flash. Night mode is a super convenient feature that works like a long exposure photo on a DSLR or mirrorless camera. So every photo that you take using night mode will actually take longer to shoot, because the longer it takes to take the picture, the more light goes into the sensor, and it will give some very impressive results. Now, that's not to say that the iPhone XR doesn't take great photos, because it does. It's just that they won't be as good as those taken on the iPhone 12. And when it comes to the camera on the front, we also saw some improvements from the XR to the 12. The front-facing camera on the iPhone 12 is 12 megapixels, while the front-facing camera on the iPhone XR is 7 megapixels. The front camera on the iPhone 12 also offers 4K video recording, HDR video recording, and slow-mo video support for slow fees, as Apple likes to call it. It also supports night mode, deep fusion, and quick take video, unlike the iPhone XR. The iPhone XR and the iPhone 12 have very similar video recording capabilities at 4K and 1080p, but the iPhone 12 also brings HDR video recording, which is unbelievable. Both iPhone's cameras are really good for photo and video, and they can both produce some very impressive material. But of course, I'm gonna give this one to the iPhone 12 because I'm very impressed by how much Apple managed to improve the camera in just 2 years. If you would like me to make a full camera review on the iPhone 12 or the iPhone XR, let me know in the comment section down below. Something that still impresses me very much after 2 years with the iPhone XR is the battery life. Seriously, it's so good. This past few weeks, I've been testing the battery on both these iPhones, and you can very easily get all-day battery life, even with some heavy lifting on both these iPhones. Something that excites me about the iPhone 12 though is MagSafe. If you don't know what that means, it's an entirely new system for magnetically attaching things to the back of the iPhone. Wireless chargers, cases, wallets, and what's so exciting is that it opens the door for many possibilities for accessories. Plus, it can charge your phone much faster than a regular wireless charger. So I'm gonna give this one to the iPhone XR. Even though both iPhones have incredible battery life, I was able to squeeze 46 hours of battery life on a single charge on the iPhone XR, and that is something that I have not been able to do on the iPhone 12. When it comes to price, this is where things get interesting. You can buy a brand new iPhone XR for $499 for the 64GB version, and you can buy an iPhone 12 for $799 for the 64GB version. That's a $300 difference, and that is almost an entirely new entry-level iPad of a difference. Now, of course, the iPhone 12 is absolutely well worth its price. It's an incredible supercomputer capable of doing so much, but the value for the money on the iPhone XR is just incredible because it's basically the same iPhone experience at a much lower price. The iPhone XR has the same version of iOS, can send emails, can make phone calls, can take great pictures, great videos, can play games, can do so many things. Of course, the iPhone 12 can do all that better, but the XR still does a great job for a fraction of the price. The iPhone XR provides incredible value for the money. So I'm gonna give this one to the iPhone XR because of exactly that. The value for the money is just great. The iPhone 12 is 5G capable and is the first 5G enabled iPhone, and although access to 5G is still quite limited, that feature alone can future-proof the iPhone 12 for a few years. And the winner is the iPhone 12. Of course it was going to be the iPhone 12, what were you expecting? The iPhone 12 is a beast in every single way. The iPhone 12 and the iPhone XR are similar when you consider their processing power and perform on par with each other in daily use. However, the iPhone 12 is clearly superior in every single way. Seriously, it's incredible. This iPhone 12 has blown me away so many times, and it's such a pleasure to look at. I love the design and I cannot get tired of it. But let me tell you, if you already have an iPhone XR, I wouldn't feel any pressure for upgrading just yet. Even though the iPhone 12 is unbelievable, the XR is perfectly capable of doing pretty much anything you want to do with it, and for a much lower price. But if you're looking for a new phone and you cannot decide between these two, and of course you can very comfortably afford it, you should go for the iPhone 12. It's powerful enough to be considered powerful in a few years. And on that note, it's time for me to go. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit that like button, and if you subscribe, that would be great. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are all doing great, and I'll see you on the next one.